I ask for eyes that see, ears that hear, and a heart full of understanding. I thank you for the messages that come through and ask that you deliver them to those that need them. Thank you. So today we are doing messages from the trees. We've got a few charms here that you'll see. You'll get better pictures of them. There's one. This one has a little, looks like hearts in it. Two. And there's three. We will also be drawing some tree runes for each pile within that piles. So go ahead and take your moment, pause if you need to, and I'll meet you at your pile. Okay, pile one. There's your charm. Why don't we go ahead and grab your three runes. Yes, I've got this one. Oh, and one fell out. So I think we're going to take that. Interesting. So we've got Bramble and Sassafras. And then let's look at your cards. Oh, and this pile got three cards rather than the two that the others got. So let's go ahead. We've got Forest. Body. Breathe. And Dreams. Plus Sassafras and Bramble. All right. So these are actual oracle cards. Any card can be an oracle card, but this one comes with some definitions and different highlights to it. So I will be reading up on these as well as these two because I don't have them memorized just yet. So bear with me, I'll be right back. Okay, so this is super interesting. The forest, the book has a lot to say on it, which I thought was really kind of fun. It says that oftentimes you think that, you go into a forest and it's going to be really quiet, but the truth of the matter is it's not, because it's an entire ecosystem. It's its own world. It's got its fertile ground. It's got its branches up high. It's got all the things that are in between, the birds and the animals and insects and everything that's going on. And it does have a couple messages, which I thought was interesting. Here's one. Things may seem ordinary, but there are mystical forces afoot. Don't dismiss or try to explain things away just because you don't fully understand them. There will be a revelation. And do you remember how this came out, flying out? You didn't see it, but it came dropping out of it. And this also talks about things that can't be avoided, that other forces at work, karma, that kind of thing. So I thought that was interesting for you guys. I'm going to look at the back of this one. Creativity, individuality. It could be that you're starting a new project or that you are lacking energy or inspiration within your creativity. So perhaps that is the force that's behind this. Okay. So with this card, I'm seeing to appreciate all, right? So the forest is encompassing everything within it and your body, and these are the chakras, and for you to align yourself with your body, what your body needs. Listen, be more mindful of yourself, your body, your physical body, your spiritual body. I this feels more about this lack of understanding that you might have in a situation. You can even say, we'll go spiritual route with this one. Something might happen and it doesn't make any sense, and science can't explain it, and you don't know what's going on, but it was crazy, right? It was weird. You saw something, you heard something audibly, whatever it could be. Just breathe. This means just take a sec. Take a second. Don't worry too much about it. Don't give it your all, but also don't give it nothing. In other words, just try and chill with it a little bit. Give it its space to do its thing. Even if we don't understand, we won't have all the answers. It's not how things work, right? As far as dreams, the dreams card goes, the first thing that I'm getting with this is to go ahead and pay attention to your dreams, that there are, okay, clarification. You don't need to pay attention to the entire dream. There will be bits within your dreams that do have meaning and that will help, that will give you understanding. Also, another way for, you want to call it your spirit guides to talk to you, or for you to have crazy, strange experiences, can be within your dreams. Okay, now we're going a different route. For those that feel like you are stuck within your creative world, not within it, but like you can't seem to, like writer's block, you can't seem to make headway, you're stuck. Take time out. Don't force it. You know, let it go completely. Like remove it from your brain and say, you know what, another time. I'll pay attention to it next week. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing as if someone just asked the question, but what if it's like a due date? What if you have something you need to accomplish? Still do this. You don't have to say next week, but you need to give yourself complete freedom from it so that you can reset. You need to not stress about it for at least, give yourself a day. Say, I will think about this tomorrow. Today, no more. I'm resting. I'm de-stressing. You can try and meditate. You can do maybe some like daydreaming. While you are being creative, I'm hearing to remind yourself to eat and pay attention to your body. Some of us can get into that zone and we just forget. We're locked in and we forget. We forget to drink the water and to eat the food and maintain ourselves. Okay, and now I'm going to ask specifically, is there any particular messages, any images that you want to give? Okay, so I just saw a very large, wide, girthy tree. And there were these little tiny flowers that were starting to creep up it. They were growing and creeping up the tree. And from your perspective, or well, mine, whatever, you can't see how far that goes. You just saw this little tiny section with your little flowers, and that's all that happened. That's it. But what you don't see is that the flowers continue, and they continue along up the tree, curving and working their way all the way up. So whatever it is that you think you don't make a difference in, you think that you're not giving enough of, or whatever it is, I'm hearing to remind you that you don't see the whole picture. You don't always see it. We get a portion. And just remember that the seeds you plant, like a dandelion, when you blow on the dandelion, the seeds disperse and they go elsewhere and they grow. Those darn strong dandelions. They grow in cement. They just grow. I'm also hearing a specific thing for some of you are worried, or not exactly worried, but it would be good for you to know someone else is going to take over. I don't know how to word this correctly for you. I don't want to say take your place, but it's like a continuation of the work you're doing. Someone else will continue it on. And as I said that, I also got the inspiration of letting someone else continue it on. Kind of like when you do, I don't know if you remember doing this as a kid or whatever, but like you would draw a squiggle and then you give the paper to someone else and you get theirs and then you draw from it something. You can do that with painting. You can do that with a lot of different artistic expressions. So maybe that's an inspiration for you. Okay. Okay. So I hear that we're good. We're clear on that one. I hope that this is a blessing for you guys, and I really hope that you feel loved and seen and heard and understood. All right. Much love, guys. Bye. Okay, pile number 2 with your heart tree charm. And let's grab some fairy rings for you. Just the one, okay? Just the one. This one. We've got the rose. Interesting. And cedar. That's pretty. Oh, upside down. The path, beliefs, and expectations. Okay. I am going to read up on this one. I do not use this deck very often, so I want to see what this has to say. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm actually just going to read the entire thing to you because I'm not going to be able to repeat all of it. There's a lot to benefit from here. So, oops, glasses. All right. The gloriously fragrant cedar is an evergreen tree. So no matter the season, it reminds us of life. Its strong, pest-repelling wood has been used for carving statues of gods and making doors to temples. The wood, resin, and needles of the cedar have long been burned for cleansing, celebration, purification, and I can't say this word, funerary rites. The cedar's spiritual and medicinal properties are said to help us gain courage, build our confidence, and aid in grounding. And there are a couple of messages it has for you. Analyze your foundation. Is it strong? Is it solid? Or is it unstable and prone to decay. Even if you are feeling alone, there is a legion of ancestors and spirits around you. Have faith in yourself, muster up some courage, and cleanse away those fears. The rose is an encouragement to seek out your divine feminine, to look for those ways. I also think this is interesting because a rose is a scent that most people know, right? And this was talking about how strong the scent can be and how it's used. I feel, I'm really feeling that with these cards, there is something about your past or even your present. It's beliefs and expectations and the path that you are on. I feel like there needs to be a bit more gentleness involved here. The divine feminine. More swirl rather than angles and straights. In fact, we've even got swirls here with the air. I'm getting images of, maybe some of you have seen Outlander, the theme that they have going in the, what do you call it, the intro, where they have the women dancing around the stones, and it's at night, and some of them are holding, lanterns and torches or whatever it is. There's some kind of light, and that's what I'm kind of getting with this, and as well with reaching into the divine feminine is really kind of that strength. There's a strength, but also it's free flowing. It flows with the tide rather than fighting it. Okay. I would like to ask if there is any particular imagery you have or anything you'd like to say. Don't close off. I heard at the same time I saw, so I heard open up, and what I saw was that a tree opened and there was this light inside the doorway. Like it had a door in it, and it was like you get to enter the world of the mysterious. Remember that childlike awe that you had. Remember searching for the fairies. Remember the mysteries. Go with the flow. Find the ease. And now I've got that Pocahontas song in my head. Can you paint with all the colors in the wind? Something like that. It's a very beautiful energy. It is strong without force, if that makes any sense. It is not, it is strong without needing to be noticed. I just had an image of you jump over a log with your strength and your grace and your largeness, your grand being. And as you jump over this fallen log, you turn and look back, and you see that just on the other side of that log, in the crevice of where it's laying, are a bunch of little beings. I don't know if they're insects or something. It went by fast, but life. There was life happening, and you took notice of it. You noticed the little things. There is so much grace within this energy. And I did feel like I heard a female voice come in and say, "Come back to me." So perhaps this is something that you have done before and you just kind of stepped away for a while. Come back into it, back into her embrace. Yeah. Allow your beliefs and expectations to flow. Don't have them be so rigid and solid. Let them find their way. Enjoy the ride while you're at it. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for this one. Anything else? Nope, we're good. Interesting, huh? Kind of the heart of the matter. Flowy. Yeah, anyway. Okay, I really hope that this was great for you guys. I hope that you feel loved and seen and heard and understood. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Okay, pile 3. We're gonna pull some. Oh, this one? 2 more? 2 more. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, there we go. Apple, ironwood, and ginkgo. And charm. Let's see what your cards say. The walnut. Isn't that interesting? Can you see this? Walnut. We've got mind and completion. So I will be reading up on this one, as I very rarely use this deck and I don't have anything memorized on those. Interesting. Mind and completion. It's like a heart down there. Heart. Apple. Like seeds. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just gonna read the whole thing because I find this interesting. All right. The walnut is associated with protection, love, dreams, inspiration, and intelligence, mind, as well as containing, cleansing, and banishing energies. In the Italian town of Benevento, There was said to be a huge walnut tree where witches would gather to celebrate their rites and work magic. The chemical attributes of walnut's leaves and fruit dissuade other plants from growing underneath its canopy, which gives it an otherworldly or even sinister nature. Its nourishing nut bears an uncanny resemblance to a brain, mind, when whole, and looks like a heart or an owl face when split open. There's like a heart here. Same thing with the apple. And then it has two things for you to consider. Is it time to gather together and celebrate? Oh, it is time to gather together and celebrate, to enjoy the moment and cherish the company of those gathered near you. Love is in the air. And also, just as you would nourish your body with food, be sure to give that same level of attention to your mental and emotional well-being. What have you done lately to fascinate your mind and free your heart? So interesting. Fascinate your mind and free your heart. Okay, so ironwood, stability. Ginkgo is about the past, maybe living in it or giving too much attention to it. In the apple, I gotta remember this one. It's about choices and also talents. And you can focus on what do you learn from those choices and talents. Interesting too here. Look at this. Look at the swirly here and the swirly. I don't know if you can see that very well. All right. All right. All right. One of the messages is about living in the past. To me, this is both a brain, a mind and heart thing. So you choose to do this. This is a choice. And oftentimes, if we are living in the past, is because our heart is hurting for some reason. What is it about that past that is drawing you, right? The mind, you can take that and say to the heart, whoa now, buddy, it's okay. We're now in the future, we're, the present. And this is where your stability can come in. Because sometimes the emotions, they can be all over the place, right? So that's one version. I do think that for a large part of this, it's about how often do you switch between the mind and the heart? Which one are you in more often? Are you able to bring them together? When you are able to bring the mind and the heart together, that is when the true stability happens, right? There's a lot of swirls in this reading. Okay, all right. I'm gonna ask, is there anything specific you want to say? Any imagery you want to give? Okay. So I just got the it's so weird to describe things sometimes. The feeling that I am both a human and a tree at the same time. And I was whoosh, like whoosh down deep into me. And I could go further than I could if I were just a human. I went down into the ground, into the depths. Um, and there was life down there. There was a warmth, a kindling that was happening. That is why the past is brought up. Something within your roots, something down deep in there. Okay. Um, this is not about trauma, which is where I thought it was going at first. It actually is not. This is about something from your past, a talent grows. It comes out. So like when the walnut, falls and it's a seed and it plants itself, this happens with most things. It it then grows, right? So there's something, I don't know if it's a talent that your family has or that your family said you have when you were younger. Maybe it's a generational thing. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a talent. It could be a business that you're being handed. Um, but something, you were going to cause something to grow. There's no, oh my God. Okay, all right. All right. Uh, I have. I have one black hair right here. I don't know that you're going to be able to see it. Um, there's one dark hair right there. And it is bizarre because it is the only one. It is unusual. It is different, but it grows right there. And I pick it off, and a month or two later, it'll grow back. Anyway, I was just noticing that, and while we're talking about you're going to grow something, and I feel like that's them saying it's going to be different. It's, you're different than what happened in the past. You have a different way about you. And it's okay. This is for you. This is your life, right? It's not how your parents did it. It's not how the teacher taught you. It's you. You get to. You get to be the black hair on Sophie's hand. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty cool, guys, honestly. Do your thing the way you want to do it. You do you, boo, that kind of thing. You can be strong in it. You can be stable in it. You bring your heart and your head together, and that's very powerful. Okay, that's it. Thank you for the message, trees. I hope that you guys benefit from this. I really truly hope that you feel loved and heard and understood and seen. And so much love to you guys. Bye.